So far, the crew has cleared every hurdle naysayers have placed in their way. Columbus would be home to one of the 10 inaugural teams. Columbus has outperformed much larger cities. The true success indicator has been from the fans.
Well, it's boys night out.
Hello and welcome to the club. I'm not your host, Ben. This is the Upper 90 Club where friends, a triangle, which is, we know the triangle is the strongest, shape in the world. Can we agree on that?
It's more of a tower, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah, man. Hoa up top. 3 friends. Talk about our Columbus crew tonight at Orlando. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. It is a quick take, hot take. We are recording at 10 o'clock right after some of us get home from the game. Some of us just got done taking PPs and crying a little bit. So it's going to be a little abnormal, but we did want to start right away with Love is Blind, right?
Oh, man.
Like the best thing about the game tonight was reality TV stars constantly being shoved down our throats. Like anybody gives a crap about it.
Jimmy loves reality TV.
He loves it. The TV, it's the reality. So that sucked. And then the game happened. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the game. Trey, did you write anything up? I know it was fast, but
I did. You ready?
Sick. Hit it.
Hey, what happened?
Facts that could save your life.
All right. Today, Sunday, April 12th, 2026, the crew faced off against Orlando City in front of a reported, who cares, whatever number is told to us. It's going to be wildly off of the actual attendance, but it looked more like a great turnout for old Mafre Stadium days.
Mm-hmm.
Columbus statistically dominated the purple and gold, but that's about the best thing that can be said from this performance. Haas, hit us with those lineups.
Crew started with Abu Ali and Rossi up top, Arfston, Gomes, Shambo, and Herrera across the middle, Amundsen, Zawadzki, Camacho, Morera in the back, and Schulte in goal. It's just the second game in a row with no Chaberko on the bench. Ruvalcaba as our only defender on the bench.
Okay, we move forward to the 15th minute. Orlando's Pasalic scores from the cross from Thiago. And we're going to be talking about this one a little bit more later. So we move forward to the 35th minute. Wessam Abu Ali exits the game on a stretcher with a non-contact injury to his right knee.
I don't know if it was related or not, but there was an ambulance that was started up right behind us as he got carried off the field. That seemed to be moving in the direction where he would have been carried off the field. So maybe, I don't know if he got taken straight to the hospital or...
No, he was back on the bench for the second half.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was just our season getting in and going to the hospital. So. Sweet.
All right, so that takes us in the halftime down with the crew down 0-1. And then in the 80th minute, we saw Taha Brun chips a pass into the Orlando box to Diego Rossi. Rossi one-times it to the back upper 90, past Orlando's Maxime Crepeau, tying the game at 1. This game ends with the score tied at 1, and Columbus improves to 1 win, 3 ties, and 3 losses with 7 points on the season. Columbus currently sits in 11th place in the East, behind FC Cincinnati, who is also on 7 points. Columbus with the short turnaround as they face off against the Richmond Kickers at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, April 15th, away at Citi Field in Richmond, Virginia, for the U.S. Open Cup match. That is Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., April 15th, away in Richmond, Virginia, for the U.S. Open Cup.
Right. And then the following, Saturday, we're playing New England, I think, at
New England.
Right.
Yes.
I wonder if we'll go home between that or just slowly travel from Virginia to New England.
It makes a triangle, which, as we know, is the strongest geometric shape known to man.
Well, I mean... sorry, go ahead, Ben.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, there's a good chance that a good portion of the starters do not make the trek to Virginia, and you're going to see a bunch of Crew 2, younger academy-type roster position fills.
That's what we've seen in the past in the Open Cup. We don't really know with Rudstrom, how he's going to approach it. That'll be interesting.
I would agree. My only thing is with this short of a turnaround, I think it's going to be the younger kids. I mean, realistically, like we're playing like crap in the regular season.
Abu Ali's not going to be there.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so let's just start there. He felt like he heard it. He was running around the field. He went down originally with a non-contact injury to the outside of his right knee. Then he went down again with a non-contact and was immediately out.
Yeah.
They said that they feared it was a torn ACL is what it looks like. I mean, oh boy.
Man made of glass. Paper skin.
Did we know it was like this when we got him?
We
did.
He was
he was immediately hurt last year.
Well, not only that, but I mean, he was injured a bunch.
Heart attack boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that he was injury prone. So, not getting Rossi help besides Wessam is kind of a glaring issue that we.
I mean, that's hindsight though. That's hindsight is 2020. To go, yeah. I mean, this guy couldn't stay healthy for 7 games. You can't. If he actually did tear his ACL or injure his ACL, whatever is being reported, that's not something that you can predict. You can say, yeah, we got a backup striker. We're going to pay him DP money, somebody worthwhile, because we think this guy's going to get injured. You can't do business like that.
Sure. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want to go down that route. Let's talk about the first 20 minutes. So, if you're looking at the flow of the game, the first 20 minutes we were terrible. Couldn't actually play, and we should also say that this is on the back of a 2-week break. So my hope was that we would come out fresh and get kind of the system down. It would be a little bit snappier. I liked the way we looked last game. So I thought we would build on that, and I was super bummed on how we came out at the start of this game.
I thought you were a fan of this formation. They called it a 4-4-2.
Oh, I'm not. No, it worked last game. The issue is, I think overarchingly, so we were talking in the chat that we just could not figure out how we were playing. Not formation aside. Don't care. Where people were at and what was going on, it just seemed so disjointed. Can anybody explain what?
I was standing next to a dude that was freaking out about how the ball's never going down the middle of the field. It only went out to the wings basically for the entire game. I mean, there were a few moments kind of late where things came down through the middle a little bit. But especially in that first 20 minutes, there wasn't much offensive possession.
Right.
If you look at the momentum chart on FOTMob, the first 20 minutes is all Orlando. And then when we had the ball, it only went down the wings. And it was slow, and it was disjointed. It felt wrong watching it in the stadium. I don't know what's off. I don't know what's off, but something seemed very off.
I agree.
I'm curious, though. I mean, I agree with everything that you just said. But we also saw this at the end of last year. This is literally how this team played at the end of last year.
Yeah.
But different. It feels and it looks completely different.
It does, but I mean, it's the same result with very similar statistics and the metrics that you business metrics, that stuff. That's what concerns me more, honestly.
I mean, looking at the stats, we had 7 shots on target, 20 total shots. Last year, it was 10 shots, 2 on target, and we would have 80% possession. I feel like in the final third, while it is disjointed, they are encouraged to shoot or do something towards the end. To speak to that middle of the field, Trey and I grew up playing a 4-4-2. The issue was when they did the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3, you overload the center of the field. So you have to play down the wings. Like you sacrifice the wings for the middle of the field. So they had Atuesta and Tua Haydas, which was super confusing. 2 guys with the same last name, an 8 and a 10, which was, I don't know, messing with me. So when you do that, you just know you can't play through the center of the field. I thought later on in the game, we were able to, like Moreira and Amundsen were stepping super high and filling those gaps, and it started being snappier. Like we figured it out after 20 minutes, but we were flat. I mean, our touch was bad. We were slow. The goal, I think we should start just kind of going through like the different lines of different players. I think Camacho had a great game. He was one of the highest rated players at halftime. I think he was the only guy above 7. I thought he actually played really well. I was kind of bummed on how Zawadzki played. He got burnt on that first goal. He was out of position.
Everyone was slow to react on the first goal. Like if you rewatch that,
and they
it's
were
like
fast.
everyone's chasing.
Right. I mean, we saw a couple times when Angulo just smoked anybody. Like, okay, he's like, any of those fast guys we used to, like Luis Diaz or, any of the fast guys is like, oh, he's really fast. And okay, that's not great. I mean, I think as the game grew on, Moreira and Amundsen, when they got up the field and found those half spaces, they were a lot better. But there was just some wonky touches.
Yeah, I'm going to push back a little bit. I mean, I think Camacho played pretty well. On that first goal, though, I mean, both him and Zawadzki are wildly out of position. Like, I'm not sure what in the world Camacho's doing pushed that far up, and that's the whole reason that part of the field is completely wide open is because of him being out of position.
If you look at the heat map, he's all over he gets north of the center line and right side quite a bit throughout the entire match. 93 touches, so he was very involved in the game.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good game. He had a good game.
Line-breaking passes were phenomenal. Yeah. I thought he actually did a very good job of that. Yeah. Playing into people's feet, we did an okay job. Shambos actually had a decent game. Something is off, and I don't know what it is. I think Herrera had a kind of a bad game again.
Only 28 touches. He wasn't as involved as he normally is, and when he was involved, it just didn't look crisp.
No. I think he is if we're going to play 4 in the back, he is a backup to Moreira, and we need a right winger, period. He's not, like Arfston is a left winger, like a proper one if we're going to play a 4-4-2. And if we have that, we need a right winger who is, offensive minded, and he is just not. Like we have that. So it was frustrating watching him this game. I think he actually had a pretty bad game up that right side.
There were moments where he was like essentially playing striker, it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's also offside kind of a lot.
This goes to my point that I was talking about last week when we were talking about Herrera, is that like that you guys are encompassing exactly what I was trying to say last week, where it's like he's not playing bad.
Mm-mm.
But pushing him that far forward up into the box isn't in his wheelhouse. That's not what he's really that good at.
Right.
So like I don't want to like really like be that down on him or like say he's playing terrible or like any of this. I think he's just being played out of position, and he does it okay. He's serviceable, but he's not that good at it.
Dude, so when he comes off, we bring in Picard. Picard is absolutely not a winger. He does not have the pace. He is not fast. I don't know why we keep playing him. I mean,
you don't think he's fast?
Akinzada, no. I think he's like quick. And he looks kind of like juddery or whatever, but you put him up against anybody in a foot race, he's losing after 2 steps. Like he's not fast. He's like a little quick.
The hair's slowing him down.
Hey Columbus, are you looking for a place to get fit but don't know where to start? Pure Strength and Wellness has everything you need to achieve your personal goals. Whether it's focusing on fat reduction, increasing mobility while decreasing pain, or just generalized fitness and stamina, Pure Strength and Wellness provides one-on-one personal training to get you where you need to be. Located at 734 Garden Road in beautiful Clintonville, their 4,000-foot studio is the perfect place to begin your journey. So come on in and speak to a qualified trainer to find out which is the best fitness package for you.
But I think every time Akinzada's come in, he has looked good. He is somebody I would like to see a la Arvston play on the right side because he, Akinzada was a striker. He's offensive minded. He seems quicker. He's got our number. He's our boy. That's why I am very excited for this Richmond Kickers game to let him play these other guys to see if they can. I mean, the problem is it's going to be on a field that probably sucks. And it's, the Open Cup games are like kind of, it's fun to watch other players, but it just never feels like I don't know. I just can't imagine them coming on and playing that good. It would be great to see Dag get on and play a full 90. Yeah.
It's a natural grass playing surface at City Stadium where the Richmond Kickers play. So it looks like a legit soccer stadium. So at least they've
been around for a while. I mean, that's like
the Kickers are a known USL team.
USL 2?
Yeah. Well, they've self-relegated at certain points because they can't keep up financially. But yeah, I mean, the Richmond Kickers are definitely a club that has history, and actually, this is the type of team that you want to play in the Open Cup because you actually know who they are. But
yeah,
and natural grass field, probably a good atmosphere. It should be really good. I'm just curious to who's actually going to make the trip and who's going to be starting on the field. Akinzada would be great to watch. Tristan Brown would be great. I'd love to see Chase play. I mean,
I'd like to see Bangura get a full shake too. He's another one that when he came in, I can't. I think, I don't know. I don't know.
Weird touches.
Same
don't
thing
know.
with Jamal up top.
Yeah.
And they're not while they're not the same. I have the same thing where I'm just like, it feels like they're rusty, but it also feels like that's just how they play. You know what I mean? Is that weird? Is it? So it's not like, are they going to brush it off and like get to the next level? It's like, that's just kind of how they are. And hopefully they get on the end of something or whatever. Bangura does take the ball on a half turn a lot, which I love in the midfield. He does progress the ball. But in that final third, man, remember last game when he just like fell over? Like at the top of the box.
Oh my God, when it was like 3-on-1 or what? 3-on-2 or whatever.
I think in the final like third of the field, if he just like distributes it and then drops back, kind of how like Nagby used to did.
It's like spazzing out on the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and same thing. I mean, there was some like at one point Jamal just kicked it out of like behind Picard out of bounds towards the end of the game, and it's like he took the turn awesome and like beat the defender and then just passed it behind him out of bounds, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Oh boy.
That was bad, but he had some moments where he looked pretty good and he looked quick.
He does.
It's like once he gets going, it's not necessarily his acceleration, but his like top speed is like he's moving.
Yeah.
He made a few runs where it was like play him the ball. He's in behind and no one would put it into him. So
yeah. It just seems like everybody, they don't know how to play with each other. And there's a system that like kind of works sometimes, but it's just, people are just, they're speaking a different language to each other out there. It's like, oh, I thought you were going to run, or, like the players aren't where they're supposed to be when they pick up their head. So we just can't get that, little end. I do want to say, you play Taha. You figure out how to get him starting, even when we had Wessam, it needed to be Taha behind Wessam and Rossi. I don't know how you do that with the players we have, but you get him on the field and you start him and you play him. He is one of, I would say probably one of our better players at this point, period. And I will say, I was hoping he could come in and be a 10, but if he can't be that, we need to look at getting a 10. It's time to go back to having a playmaker for the Columbus Crew. Like we didn't have that with Nancy. He didn't play with the 10. Everybody was kind of doing their thing. You can't call Cucho a 10, but I think it's time, because they had Ojeda, their number 10, literal number 10, and you could tell.
Or 8.
Yeah. I mean,
2 of them.
Shambo isn't that guy. He had a good game. He's not that guy. Gomes isn't that guy. He had a good game. He's not that guy. Same thing with Taha.
A mediocre game.
I still think that he's the quality of player, kind of like Nagby, like where he's not going to, sprint back and like really like he's older. We get that part of it. That's not the part of the game that we need him for, but we're not able to use him for the part of the game that we are using him for. Like he's too busy playing too deep.
Right.
Like, I don't want him playing that much of a defensive role. Like that should be the other player. That should be the other central mid. Like,
so push Gomes up, and then you have Shambo. Shambo is also, I think in this 4-4-2, how they played, you're right. They're playing out of position. Herrera is playing out of position. The frustrating thing was last year we did that. That was our MO. We just played out of position. It was like, well, we don't have the players. Okay. So we have a new coach who came in and he's trying to make his system work with the players we got. My issue is I could not tell. I understand the number 4-4-2, but we were just we were all over the place.
Do you think Taha can play out wide?
I think if you're playing like a top 3 how we used to.
I'm only saying this because and we talked about this before. You push Herrera back to that outside right. You move Zawadzki up. You take Shambos out, and then you put Taha out wide where Herrera was.
And you move Herrera back to right fullback?
Correct.
I mean...
And then that gives you Zawadzki playing a defensive center mid. That frees up Gomez. That pushes Taha out wide and gets him on the field. You've got Arfson on the left. You've got a more solid defense at that point because Camacho, Moreira, Amundsen, and Herrera, which is much better. Now we have a problem where we got to figure out who else is up top. Now that I said this, Taha could probably be that other player that plays up top with Rossi now that Abu Ali is hurt. But
man,
I mean,
I'm looking at the team and I just don't. Yeah, you're right.
Gazdag's future just got brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have Akinzada. I think the issue is
I'd rather see Akinzada out wide, but
agreed.
I think Taha needs to be on the field.
Yeah, I think Taha needs to be in the middle, and I think the only way to do that with the players that we have is playing a back 3 because our team is built for that because of Nancy, but that's not how he wants to play. I'll tell you what, the past couple games, our defense has been pretty good. I mean, we allowed very few shots this game. I mean, they had Hansen back or whatever. They had somebody else back. Somebody in the middle. It might have been Atuesta or it might have been
5 shots, 1 on target for Orlando.
They had 1 shot on target and they scored.
I mean, we had 20 shots with 7 on target.
7 on target, which is good, which is great. So our defense is doing very well. We're not losing games, but man, it's just something in that midfield and up top where the players just aren't clicking on the same page. Because
that's where I disagree with you. That I don't think playing a back 3 fixes the problem up top. Adding more players to it doesn't fix that. I think that just creates a bigger problem on the backside.
I think we don't have the players. And again, I think this all comes down to, and it's going to come down to, our highest paid player is going to be out injured, possibly for the rest of the season with the torn ACL. So we're down a DP.
Okay.
Then we also have a DP. Yeah,
no
just assuming. Like, or even if we do, we are playing a DP down. So like, if we were to invest in either a center back or a number 10 or a playmaker, that might change how we line up, how we play, how the flow of the game goes. But in our current state, at the end of our game today, we had a DPU seen like the field once in the past 5 games. Our highest paid player was out in the 35th minute, and we're wondering why we're frustrated and it's disjointed. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, let's play the hypothetical game just for a half second. Hypothetically, if Wessam Abu Ali is out for the entire season,
right,
and we can replace him with a DP.
Neymar. Next question.
Next answer. How about that? Huh? No. I don't need some crying Brazilian.
Yeah. How's James doing out in
James.
Minnesota? He
Yeah.
he barely played one game, and he's like, I got dehydrated. I'm out for the season. It's like,
So
boy.
no, I mean I think I don't want to say that this is a blessing, but it could be one of those things that moving forward we have the ability to possibly replace him. If he is out for the whole season, we could replace that DP. That
Right.
gives us the ability to quote unquote replace Daniel Gazdag without actually having to. So that could be a huge advantage for us. I don't want
Replace
to
them
see
both. Let's bring in two.
I
new
mean,
ones.
you could replace them both. That's fine. But we can just replace one of them because we've already lost one for the entire season. Hypothetically, we don't know if that's true yet or not. But
Yeah.
I think that this could be a blessing for us. I mean, I don't want to lose Wessam, but if we have the ability to go out and grab somebody else, which we desperately need,
Right.
we desperately need that. And I can't say that he was the answer up top for this team. He was scoring some goals, and when he scored goals, he was good. But I don't know if he was the answer because we have looked disjointed ever since he joined.
Well,
you
dude,
get 3 games with him, and then he's injured, and then you
Yeah.
get 6 games with him, and then he's injured. Like,
and the reality is, man, straight up, I'm full of crap because I'm like, what we need is a center back. And it's like, well, he actually fixed the defense. It's like, all right, well, we probably still do, but what we need is a striker. And it's like, well, maybe not. And it's like, and now I'm going, we need a 10. So like, I'm just like literally going game by game, trying to figure out what's going on. I think maybe our coaches as well. He inherited a team that plays different than what he wants to play. And as of, the end of last game, I was like, I'm starting to see an identity and I dig it. And then the first 20 minutes happened in this game. And I'm like, I don't understand what soccer is. And then after that, I thought we poured the pressure on, but seemed like yucky. It seemed, what's the word I'm looking for? Unclean. Like it wasn't, people weren't where it just felt like everybody was just like, go out and have fun. Like, go out and, vibes, that whole thing where he said, relationism. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I tell you what, at one point in time in the last 20 minutes, I actually yelled at the TV, how come one of you doesn't just dribble right through their defense?
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Moreira was trying.
Yeah.
He tried over and over.
I literally was like watching this going, they've made like 5 subs. Nobody is where they should be. They have no clue what they're doing on defense. Why doesn't somebody just actually take it to him? But everybody was so hesitant to drive the ball forward in one of the dangerous interior positions.
Dude, that Gomes
out wide,
thing where
we were
he
doing
shook
it out wide.
2 guys. I stood up like he was going to score, and then it didn't happen.
No, that's my biggest frustration. It's not necessarily like who we do or who we don't have. It's what are we doing on the field? And like you had just said, Ben, like it's not clean. It's not, at least like when we were watching last year with Nancy, you could see the patterns. You could see the quality. Like I was frustrated at times of like not playing the ball in the, into the box and like actually taking shots. But you could actually see what they were doing. It was a pretty version of soccer. It was, just it was fun to watch. This is not.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's Rydstrom. I don't know if that's the players on the field or a combination of both.
Yeah. But we just had 2 weeks off. Why haven't we gotten better from the last game? Like we got better throughout this game statistically, but I mean, let's be real. They scored and then they tried to like kind of park the bus. I mean, granted, they should have had 17 yellow cards, which that's a whole nother thing. I mean, they disrupted the tempo of the game. The whole thing was just, the whole end of the game was like a clown show, but yeah, you can only control what you can control. I was bummed not to see Akanzada see the field. Like you said at the beginning of the game, man, we had 4 in the back and we had Rubalcaba. And I just thought, man, there's going to be like somebody's going to get hurt in the back and then we're going to have Rubalcaba and then someone's going to get sent off and we're going to have like, Rossi playing defense
yeah.
or something like that. But again, another big shout out hug to Rossi for being Rossi, because he's still putting in shifts every single game.
Yeah.
And he actually got in the rest.
He's got to take over even more now.
Yeah. I mean, the touch he had and the goal he had is going to be on one of the best goals of the week, because it was disgusting.
But I think to your point, Taha needs to be on the field, because I mean that
I just don't know where you put him. I agree with you.
I think that's a very interesting question. He's got to play up top.
But
Rossi.
It can't just be him and Rossi. He needs to be behind Rossi and someone else, because when they did that, Rossi, when Rossi was out right, I think we have a right wing problem.
Yeah.
I genuinely do. I think that's our main issue right now is and I would even say we have a left wing problem. I would kill to see Arfston up top with Rossi and, Shambo and Taha underneath.
I mean, if they move to a
Whoa.
4-3-3 or a 3-5,
I think a 4-3-3 might be what we need.
3-4-3.
Arfston was drifting to the middle quite a bit.
Yeah.
During this game.
I mean, how often?
Multiple times throughout the game, I remember being like,
and again, numbers
Arfston,
are numbers, but
it's fluid.
Yeah,
I am not the formation man, but you know what
I know exactly what you mean. So if you're not going to get width from Herrera and Arfston, you're going to get width with Moreira or whoever's on the right side and Amundsen.
Right.
Cool. So they're going to have to put in a bigger shift going up and down the field. This game we saw Amundsen and Moreira up a bunch. So, all right, I'm kind of done with this game. It overall bummer, but
felt like a loss.
Yeah, it felt like we left points on the table, especially after that first.
It didn't feel
minutes.
like we did.
They've lost 6-0. They've lost 5-0. They've lost 4-0. They're getting
1-1.
Goals scored on them all over the place, and we barely get one in.
Yeah,
bummer.
And in that process, we lose our guy who scored 8 goals in 10 games. Well, the good news is Crew 2 played, and that is going to be a bright spot in the season, regardless, because I think they're quality, and I'm glad Pippa's getting another shake at the season because last year was brutal. So let's hear from Bird, and when we get back, we can talk a little bit about what we'd want to see in Richmond, and then end with New England and the box throwers. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Michael Ayres, the proprietor of thedisrespected.com. We are the place for flyover sports pro coverage in Columbus, Ohio. I'm here with the progenitor of the failed Aces Radio, your trash pocket of podcasts here in Columbus, Ohio, Morgan Hughes of the Supporter Supply Company, and he's here to pitch his superior product.
You've got mail.
Hi, Mike, and thanks for having me. On behalf of all of us at Aces Radio, we'd like to say to everyone listening to the Upper 90 Club that they should go to thedisrespected.com and help support local journalism. My God, what an idea. I personally wouldn't know what it would feel like to be disrespected, as I am universally the most boy on earth, but for those of the rest of you, go to thedisrespected.com, help Mike help himself, and help him help us. Together, we can spectacularly. Back to you, Mike.
Respect.
Speaking of failures, check out my podcasts, Cannonballs and The Crucible. Peace out.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me again. I come with good news. The Crew 2 played Saturday and they won against Connecticut United on away. It was Connecticut United's first home game ever. They're brand new to MLS Next Pro, and so they came in as a team, a good team that had scored 6 points in their last 4 games. All of them were away, and they're very good in their press. They're very aggressive and very effective on taking the ball away from us. In the beginning of the game, we were controlling the possession well, but only in our half. Anytime we tried to cross the midline, Connecticut would be really good about snuffing those opportunities. But eventually, we're able to find spaces using individual brilliance or talent. Let's not be over the top, but using talent and speed, Chase Adams, Bernard Dugiamfi, and especially Kevin Bembo are captain, and Zach Zengi. Bembo had 2 assists to Zach Zengi's 2 goals, and I urge you to go watch the second goal. It was a beautiful chip, very cheeky by Zengi inside the box to beat the keeper. And then O'Neal Taylor and Alex Gumpo also connected. They're both young academy products for us, and they connected for our third goal. It was O'Neal's first pro goal, so that's pretty cool. And also, to close up the highlights, Keller Abbott, the keeper, who is, I think, 17, was the choice at goal over Crew 1, first team players even, by Pipa's decision, and he saved the PK. So very good all around by these young players, which leads me to, if I can, talk a little bit about the Open Cup. I think that will, first team fans that don't follow Crew 2 see a lot of new faces on the lineup, and I think that if I was a betting man, I'll bet that you see Zengi, Chase Adams, Owen Presses, Cesar Ruvalcaba, and even Luke Bruder at goal get some meaningful minutes, if not start. I think that Prestes and Pruder are very likely to start, and I hope they do. I hope that we have a good mix, that we take that game very seriously, but that we are able to carry this energy and carry this quality that the Crew 2 is showing to win, because the first team needs a win, right? I think that being a Crew 2 fan has been a really good thing lately. Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right, we are back. A little peek behind the curtain. We actually haven't heard what Carlos said because he's going to record it tomorrow morning. He did text me and said, is it okay if he does it tomorrow morning, because he is still absolutely livid about the game that just happened. And I was like, of course, you're such a sweetheart.
Thanks, Bird.
Yeah, we appreciate all you do. And also, we got a bunch of texts from Mars. He's not able to hop on tonight. He had to watch the game super late, and he's watching it now, and he's it's mostly cuss words. He's not happy. He's having a hard go, it seems like. So thoughts and prayers to him. Thoughts and prayers to Mort and his little baby back, his little 6-pound, 2-ounce
baby what?
Baby back. His baby back ribs.
I want my baby back.
Baby back. Chili's Richmond Kickers.
Barbecue sauce.
I don't think. Let's get into the kickers really fast and the U.S. Open Cup. I'm excited to see what the coach does, who he brings, and who he starts. And I'm excited to see how they actually play. If he still goes with the 4-4-2, I genuinely think how we are currently playing is not how he actually wants to play, but rather how he's playing because of the guys he has in order to, fulfill that. So the Richmond Kickers are currently 5-4-1. We said they were in USL 2.
I think they're actually USL League 1.
USL League 1.
That's the second.
Okay.
Is that the second? The lower?
I think it is. I think they call their thing the Premier League.
Actually, it looks like they're technically last in the.
They've drawn or lost every league match this year since they started playing on March 7th, and for league matches, and they've won their 2 Open Cup matches.
Great. And so the last one they played was Loudoun United FC, which we have seen before in the U.S. Open Cup, and they beat Northern Virginia FC.
Yeah, the Northern Virginia was the U.S. Open Cup game, and they won 2-0.
Those are 2 games, and the Loudoun game was the last Open Cup, which was last Wednesday. So we traveled down. We're going to play in a grass field. Should be fun. Yeah, I'm excited to see who he brings. I would love to see. I feel like the last time we played Open Cup, the same thing happened. We had somebody, maybe it was like Bradley Wright Phillips or something, where I was like, man, it's like Gas Dog. It's like, man, maybe if we can get him going, he gets in this game, has a brace, he can start to get in this momentum going. but I remember whoever I was excited for played like absolute crap. So
I think it was Russell Rowe.
yeah, I think it was Russell Rowe.
I'm pretty sure it was Russell.
Was it
Rowe.
Michigan or was it the Michigan Detroit? Who was it?
There was
Pittsburgh?
the Detroit
Riverhounds?
one. There was the Riverhounds one.
Yeah, I think it was Pittsburgh.
I thought it was because there was a train that was going by, and that's not Pittsburgh.
Both of those stadiums
Both of
have
those
trains.
Yeah.
I'm no.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do.
I don't think Riverhounds. I was just in
Detroit and Pittsburgh both. I mean, the one side of the Riverhound Stadium is the train tracks in the river.
Yes.
It literally goes right by the stadium.
I forgot you majored in railroad train track.
I've been to Pittsburgh twice.
Pittsburgh.
I majored twice in it. I've got my doctorate. I actually have a tattoo of a. There you go. And I know nothing. So yeah. Richmond, cool. I mean,
I think you're correct. I mean, I'm really interested to see.
Well, that's interesting because you're like
come.
U.S. Open Cup sucks. My name's Tracy.
It does. It's terrible. I don't really care about it.
Disagree.
But I'm still going to watch. And I want to see, considering how bad we have been and what needs we currently have on the first team, who can fill in? Who's going to come up? Who's going to actually do something in this game to earn a call up to the first team?
Yeah, it's kind of like that next man up that we saw when Nancy first started. Again, that was the Crucho time. But we had some next men up guys that stepped up, kind of like Amundsen and Yeboah and stuff like that, who performed. And it'd be nice to see Tristan and your boy Chase Adams come into the MLS proper and start knocking down doors. Little baby, what do they call him? Baby Holland, which seems kind of like
I want to see Gazdag start. I want to see Bangura start. I want to see Akunzada start.
I'm excited about Akunzada.
Mix it up, you know.
I want to see Tristan play. I would like to see Prestis play. And I'm going to keep jumping on this train. I would like to see Chase Adams play. Like, I get it, he's young, but you're never going to find out what the man can do or what the boy can do if you don't give him playing time in a competitive match. I mean, he's doing pretty well in Crew 2 in MLS Next. I just want to see it. Like, what's the harm? What is the harm in playing him?
Yeah, I agree. Especially against the Richmond Kickers. Like, you know, if you put him out against, say, you know, Jansen for Orlando, he might have a hard time. That's like a boy against a man. A little tiny baby boy against a grown man. Let's quickly do just score predictions for that. I'm not going to do the sting or any of that crap. But I will say that I got a side text from Mars. He thinks it's going to be a 2-0 loss to Richmond. And keep in mind that's he's just angry. He's had a rough go the past little bit. So, what do you guys think? Quick scores, and let's talk about.
Before you even said that, I was going to say a 2-0 loss.
Wow,
against the Kickers?
That's the form we're in right now.
Wow. Okay, I'm legitimately shocked. I'm gonna go with 3.
Remember how Orlando lost 6-0 and lost 5-0 and lost 6-0 and 20-0 and
I do, but
we
those
couldn't
are
do shit with our first team.
Those are first team players. We
play down to our competition. That's what we do now.
I'm not being talked into this, but I would like to amend my score to 2-0 Crew. I think we'll score 2.
Yeah. I'm actually with you. I think it's going to be 2-0. I think there's enough guys who are vying for playing time. And they have higher quality than the Richmond Kickers. So I think, you know, when we sub in Bangura, who can look good, he's going, it's the Picard situation where, oh man, in preseason, he was killing it. It's like, yeah, dog, he's playing against the Richmond Kickers. So when you put like Picard, who will probably start that game, he's going to do what he did in preseason. And like, yeah, he'll be able to, you know, perform against these, you know, lower tier, you know, players. So I'm thinking like 2 or 3-0. We have nothing from Mort, so I'm going to say Mort said 420 to 69. Yeah.
Mort said 1-0.
He said 1-0?
Yeah, more so 1-0.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's hard with the rotation, but let's keep going in the Open Cup. I mean, the regular season's being crappy. It's kind of like Spurs last year. It's like, let's win the Europa League and finish 17th. Who cares? Nothing's real and nothing matters. Next Saturday, we play New England. Whoopsie doopsie kadoopsie. Man, where are we at? They are 8th. They have 3 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws.
They just beat DC 1-0 at home.
Right. They still have Carlos Heel. They still have Langoni. Those are good players. They got Jackson Ewell playing that 6. They have our boy Will Sands, who actually, there is an alternate universe where he doesn't get hurt in Charlotte and
Look
becomes
at that Fat Mob picture of Will Sands. Fucking bangs in his eyes.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's got bangs.
What is up with that picture?
He's like, he went over there and he's like, bangs only. You know what I mean? I don't know. Soft spot in my butt for Will Sands. That's absolutely.
Sure.
And they've got Turner, so
that's a good looking Sands.
Yeah.
Look at that Sands.
Oh, I just got told that that's not a butterfly, it's a horse.
It could, in fact, be a moth.
Anyway, yeah, so they beat, fair play. They beat Cincy 6-1, so shouts to my boys. Then they lost 3-1 at St. Louis and then went to Montreal, who just fired their coach today after losing to Philly. I'm sure 0 people watched that. And then they beat
I had it on my phone.
DC at home. Yeah, I do. I really like that, those staggered starts from the MLS. I watch a lot more games that way. I appreciate it. I don't love playing on Sundays.
Yeah, Sunday at 7:00 was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's good if your team can perform well and show off for the MLS, but we looked like complete dog shit. So
yeah,
both teams,
bad job.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. At the beginning, I was like, man, we were wrong about this Orlando team. And then as the game went on, I was like, no, they're not good. We are also not good. And I just hope that's not, after that win, I thought we were going to turn.
Why does Will Sands look like Landon Donovan's hair?
Now.
His new hair?
His new hair. Yeah. Yeah, that's bad, Will.
I love him.
Sorry, dude.
I'm going to marry him. So they sit on 9 points in 8th. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They are at home.
They've only played 6 games, though.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, they could jump all the way up to tied with them after they beat us with Miami. Why is that? Do they play?
There's got to be a team in the West with only 6 games. Yes.
Seattle and Real Salt Lake.
3 teams. No.
Oh, no. Yeah. We're doing the same thing right now. In Houston. Yeah, there's 3
Houston,
teams on 6.
New England,
yep.
Seattle, and Real Salt Lake have only played 6. Weird.
Knows? So we go out there to see them, which they seem to be
shitty field.
They're
turf field. Not looking forward to that old cavernous stadium.
Well, the good news is I don't think Wesson will tear his ACL on that turf field because it already happened. We're crying. I do want to say at the very end of the game, I know whoever the color commentator besides, not Taylor Twellman, which, God, why didn't I switch over again?
To the home broadcast?
Yeah, I dropped the ball.
I heard it in the bathroom.
What?
They play the radio broadcast in the bathroom of the fancy area, which no one was guarding, so I was able to go in and use the
1 or 2
bathroom. Just 1 for me.
You didn't go 3, drop a fish in that.
They play the radio broadcast in there, which is nice.
Yeah,
there's no TVs. Well, there's TVs. They just have advertisements on them.
Of course. Is it advertised for Love is Blind?
I don't think
Can we be
so.
done with that? Hey, front office, figure it out. Let's do our predictions.
All right, let's talk about D's.
I don't know. I thought I
You got to think about that.
I'm already sweating.
Man, I don't even know.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
My tongue is sweating.
I'm not good at doing things.
You're dumb.
All right. Let's start with Mars. I'm not even looking at what you guys are doing. He says 3-1 loss at Revs. Again, he's having His little baby boy's having a rough go. And it looks like Mort actually posted in our chat. Does someone want to use his accent and say what he said, what his score is? Did he give us an actual score? Yes, he did. Right at the top. But so Mort, what did you say it is?
Well, we win 1-0 Crew in the cup and lose 2-1 to the Revs.
2-0.
2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
Oh.
2-0.
And then he goes, a tip of the hat, little tiny
of the hat.
with the 2-0 lost tip of the hat. All right, let's get into the people that are here, the secret triangle of truth. 1-1 Crew. What? Man, we suck. That's what Haas says.
Yeah, we do.
Trey says 1-2 Crew, maybe? Question mark. So you think they're going to win?
Yeah.
They might. I mean, it's the East is like silly season right now.
No, it's one of those things, and I'm not trying to hijack what we're talking about right now, but when these things happen, a lot of times you end up getting a result that you don't plan on getting, and that's where I kind of feel like we're at.
Right. If nothing else, we are it feels like we're playing scrappy and we should be able to pick up some points. We just haven't.
Correct.
I get that. You know, I think that's the highs, man. That's not what they sound like. I said, Henny and the boys drop the cardboard bucket of diarrhea, which is what's left of our season, and lose 2-1. Who do you think you are? We aren't. Just another bowling nod.
New England is 3-0 at home.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a total of 10 goals, 4 and 1 goal against at home. So I don't know. I hope we figure it out. I was dead convinced after the last game we were going to figure it out for this game, and we did not.
And we did not, and we lost our top goal scorer.
Not only, yes, and.
Not only. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
and
I
we've
know.
got another prediction.
Yeah, it's not Tracy, but it's definitely 2-1, but what you got?
Columbus Crew will beat New England Revolution 2-1. Next man up.
Columbus Crew won't have Wessam, but it won't matter. Someone else steps up. Columbus grinds it out, and Diego Rossi delivers the winner late like clockwork. Final score, Columbus 2, New England 1. Moral, adversity reveals character.
I guarantee he didn't actually use ChatGPT. I think he just wrote that while he was very upset. He's like, I'm going to write 2-1 bot. I got this. Because normally he has it rhyme, right?
What do you mean write? He doesn't write anything.
I don't know, man. After his like roast of Mars or whatever, I think he might be the smartest person we've ever met in our life. And I also think he's an alien because he's so smart.
He is Norwegian.
Mm-hmm. Well,
supposedly.
Everything sucks and the house is on fire, so we got to get out of here. But yeah, anything else going on that we should be talking about here? I mean, out of all the teams, out of 30 teams in the league, we are 23rd. Our only win is against Atlanta, who's actually below us. Emphasis on below us. Am I right? All right. So, yeah, we should probably end him.
Sing Kane plays at Woodlands this Saturday, the 18th of April.
During the game.
Are
you going?
But if I don't have tickets currently, I've been noodling.
Where's he
on
playing?
whether or not
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go.
Woodlands.
Woodlands. Love Woodlands.
Yeah. He's got new gear he showed off, and I kind of love it. Although it kind of looks like fish stuff, but.
Where's Woodlands at?
3rd and Northwest Boulevard.
Grandview, right?
Give or take.
Oh, okay. Wait,
East of Northwest Boulevard on 3rd.
I've never been there.
Oh, they've redone the. It's a good show. Setting.
It gets national. It's like a national act place. It's not like a local.
Oh, really?
Place. Yeah.
Is that over by Granddad's?
Pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
I
walk
know it used
from
to be
there.
like a jazz spot, and then they redid a bunch of stuff, and now they're catching national acts coming through, including like podcasts, comedians, that type of thing.
I've seen Michael Ian Black there before.
That's actually kind of sweet. That actually makes sense. Well, so, I mean, straight up, if you don't want to watch the game, and we
Do
all
I
know.
want to watch the game?
Yeah.
That is
If you're listening to
a great
this, you
question.
probably don't want to watch the game. There's always really good music that's like super chill and kind of awesome. Man, I'll never forget the last time we all went with Ahmed to the game. He was wearing like a leather jacket. And I was like, yeah, man, this guy's too cool for this. He's too cool for this.
His last show at Natalie's was probably like 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, give or take. Not that long ago. Was fantastic. Check him out.
Yeah. He's better than all of us.
He's better than the crew.
Yeah. It's low bar.
Guaranteed.
Super low bar. Well, all right. So we're out. We wish our other co-hosts on this show a wonderful recovery. I also talked to Pete because I wanted him to hop on, but he drove from where he was at all the way to the game, so he's bummed. He won't respond to what I said, and I think he's pretty upset. Let's hope the crew don't get relegated this season, and yeah, looking forward to Wednesday. Let's do this. We'll be left of yeah,
What is good time? Thanks everyone for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go Crew!
It's really weird being good at bowling and how sporadic.
wow, that's a flex.
It's so sporadic.
Oh, it's really weird being like,
I'm
just
so
sick at
angry
something.
most of the time I'm bowling.
Yeah, you are.
Like I hate myself so much. Don't use this as the.
I just
clip.
did it.
God
I
damn
wrote it down.
I see you writing it down. God damn it.
I was like, no way, that's not the outtake, motherfucker.